I was here at the lucky home. It was a bad weather day and it started to hail. And so I thought I better get home. I came outside and was putting my goodies in the trunk of my car when I went to raise up my hand to close it, and I heard a ping. And I immediately realized that the ring that was on my pinky was no longer there. So I started looking around on the ground everywhere for this ring. I don't even know what made me think to call the city of Issaquah, but I just felt like, okay, look, we've got to do something because it was a very special ring. My husband's father, his name was Roger. This was his mother's wedding band. Roger passed away about 12 years ago in Tel Aviv, and on his person was this ring. And David's mother gave it to me. And so I have been the proud keeper of this ring for that long.
Earlier this month I got called out from our administration saying a lady had lost a ring and needed assistance finding it.
And they said, well, they'd have somebody out right away, and it seemed like 60 seconds later I look up and, you know, in the hail is Dan, and he says, are you the lady that lost the ring? And I said, yes.
I was pretty concerned to see her reaction and wanted to help her best I can, so I grabbed a flashlight out of my truck and did a quick scan of the catch basin.
He lifted up that grate like it was nothing, and because it had been raining, the hail had stopped at this point, it was completely full of water. And on the ground and down he went, and he was up to here in water.
And I couldn't find it, and we're both starting to get a little more anxious at this point.
And came up and he said, don't worry, we're going to find it. I'm not going to leave until I find it. That was the first time he said that.
I grabbed the metal detector in my truck and I'm able to dial down the frequency and the sensitivity of it quite a bit. So I dialed it way down and started scanning the bottom of the catch basin.
And it went off about the second pass that he did it, and he focused on that corner and just literally started just scooping out this disgusting black sludge.
And then I think the second scoop, actually I saw something kind of shiny, and she, both of us at the same time kind of had like, oh, this might be it, and cleaned it off a little better, and sure enough, it was the ring.
Well, of course, at the very bottom of the storm drain, underneath I don't know how much mud, he pulled up my ring. And now I'm a little speechless. I was so excited. I threw my arms around Dan. I got a little emotional and I thanked him so much for my ring. And he said, oh, for Dan it was just another day.
Honestly, I've been doing this a little over 9 years for the city of Issaquah, and I'd have to say this is probably the most rewarding call I've responded to, just because it had such an impact on one person. A lot of times people don't see what we do every day, but this felt pretty good to find that ring for her.
I'm so grateful for Dan and so grateful for the city of Issaquah for just his spirit and his character and his willingness to dig in the mud for somebody else's little 18-karat gold wedding band. So, yeah.